He's Dr. Chris.
And he's Dr. Xand.
Yep, we're twins.
Do you know just how brilliant your body really is? Well, now's the time to find out.
We'll be uncovering the ins and outs of what you're made of.
I've got a big hole in my head.
We'll be doing awesome experiments.
You sound ridiculous.
Pipe down, sweetie.
As we push our own bodies to the limits.
OK, here we go.
To show you all the incredible things your body can do.
Oh, no. Hang around, because this is gonna be fun.
Coming up today
On Operation Ouch.
we join an air ambulance crew at the scene of an emergency.
We discover what this guy's amazing talent is.
We take a look at one of our basic bodily functions.
Oh, Chris, that's awful.
It does smell bad. But first, in the emergency department in Manchester, the doctors and nurses are ready for their first patient.
6-year-old Rachel has come in with a deep cut to her hand and a big bandage.
I cut my hand there on glass.
After cutting her hand on some glass, she might look calm, but don't be fooled.
It hurt a lot.
I bet it did.
So how did this happen? Rachel was playing football with her sister in the garden. There they are, caught on satellite.
Rachel had possession. Her sister went in for the tackle. The crowd popped up from behind a fence and went wild.
Nice stadium.
Ooh, nasty shard of glass lurking in the grass.
What a superb break for goal. And what dribbling skills. Rachel was gaining ground. But then, disaster! Suddenly Rachel slipped and landed right on that shard of glass.
Ooh, referee. Ouch.
It looks like deep inside and it's a big cut there.
Well, we'd better get that big cut looked at. Time to bring Dr. Thomas Clark off the substitutes bench.
We look after any injury in the hands, that's why you've been sent across to see us. And what we're really looking for is the extent of the injury and has she damaged any of the structures in the hand. And then based on that, does she need an operation?
Dr. Thomas takes the dressing off. If you're squeamish, look away now.
Even Rachel doesn't want to look. She's already seen it.
First, Dr. Thomas checks to see if the glass has cut through any arteries. Arteries supply blood to the hand, and if they're damaged, Rachel could lose her fingers.
The main way to see if the hand's got blood going to it is by pressing on the fingers. They get white and the colour comes back, and this is looking good for all of these fingers.
That's good news. Now Dr. Thomas has to check for nerve damage.
Nerves carry messages from the brain to parts of your body and back again. They're a bit like a telephone line between your body and your brain.
Hello?
And it's really dangerous if they get damaged, because your brain would never know if part of your body was hurt.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Can you do me a couple of things? Straighten your fingers. OK.
No, she's saying she can't do the small one.
Is that because it's painful?
Is it sore? Yeah.
On examining Rachel's hand, I can see that some of the movements I've asked her to perform are weaker than the other hand.
The only way to find out why is to operate, so surgeons can have a proper look.
Unless she has an operation for us to look at these structures, she may well be left with a hand that doesn't function properly in the future.
We'll catch up with Dr. Thomas and Rachel later to check up on how her hand's doing.
This is our lab, where we're going to put our bodies to the test to show you how your body works. That really hurt.
Just don't try doing today's experiment at home, but it is something you do all the time.
Poo. We all do it, and it comes in all different shapes, sizes and smells.
You can tell a lot about your health from looking at your poo. What you eat and drink can dramatically affect what it looks like. And that's why, for several days, Xand and I have been on very different diets. Xand has been on a very healthy diet. He's been eating lots of fruit, vegetables and fibre, and he's been drinking lots of water.
Whereas Chris has been on a very unhealthy diet of sweet and deep-fried foods.
And I've been collecting my poo.
Have you?
Yes.
So today's lab might be a bit smelly, and if you don't like squeamish stuff, this isn't for you. But we think poo is fascinating, and we're going to tell you why.
So let's take a look at the first poo. Remember, I've been on the healthy diet. Ready? Oh. Now, it does look like poo.
Certainly smells like poo.
Poo smells because of all the bacteria in your digestive system. As everything gets broken down, they release a lot of gas and smelly chemicals.
There are a couple of interesting things to say about it. Firstly, it's big. It's also wet and it's soft like porridge. That's because the fibre in my diet is holding the water in the poo. And that's very important because that means this poo is very quick and easy to do.
Fibre makes your poo solid, and drinking lots of water helps your poo glide through your large intestine better too.
Where's your poo?
I didn't do a poo because I didn't have any fibre in my diet.
The reason I can't poo is because the junk food I've eaten is full of fats and sugars, but very little fibre. So my guts find it harder to push through, and it sits there for ages.
So it's 1-0 to me.
Yes. It's not a competition, Zon.
Day 2, let's have a look. So it's less porridgey than it was on day 1, but that's because I didn't drink enough water. There is something else interesting to see. Your body can't break down the fibre in food, like the shell on a piece of sweet corn. I've been eating a lot of sweet corn recently, so I can show you. If you have a look here, that is an undigested piece of sweet corn.
Zon can't digest the sweet corn because he doesn't have the right enzyme.
None of us do, and that's why it's good to eat sweet corn, because of its indigestible, fibrous outer shell. I'm starting to get worried about Chris's poo.
Where's yours?
Day 2, still no poo.
So it's 2-0 to me.
Zon, do you realise if you win this competition, all you're going to get is more poo?
And I'll be healthier. Day 3 for Xand.
I have a poo.
Well, let's forget about mine then.
Let's have a look. Oh, Chris, that's awful.
It does smell bad.
Oh, that is a terrible poo.
It's small, it's dry, it's hard, and it took me ages to do this because I wasn't eating fibre. There wasn't anything to absorb the water and help me push it through.
And this footage is taken with a special camera. It's a live shot of the inside of my intestine, and it shows how it's all clogged up with poo. This is because of the lack of fibre in the junk food, which means my gut is taking longer to squeeze it through.
It's just so much work for such a bad result to put the lid on.
You don't want to poo like this.
So it's lots of fibre and plenty of water from now on.
Absolutely.
Emergency rescue teams need to get to the scene of an accident quickly.
And there are lots of different ways they can get there to help you.
We're checking in with the UK's emergency services, who head into the thick of the action to help save lives every day. And today, we're sending the cameras on a special mission.
I'm in awe of a very special group of people, and I want you to see exactly what they do. So meet the A-team, who fly by the seat of their pants in an awesome helicopter. This is the Midlands Air Ambulance.
This airborne medical service has 3 helicopters always ready for emergency action. With a highly skilled team made up of paramedics, doctors and of course pilots, they look after 6 counties, serve 5.5 million people and can get a patient to hospital in just 15 minutes. Always on standby, they're ready for every call. Flying high on today's special assignment are Dr. John Bingham and paramedic Steph Cormack. When the phone rings, they have to be ready to go within seconds. It's 5 o'clock and a call's just come in. The team write information down on special pads on their knees for speed and to keep their hands free. With the helicopter fueled and ready to go, it's not long before they're airborne. Helicopters are small, so I wait at base while the team are called to the scene of an accident where a car is on fire.
Got reports of an adult who's been involved in some form of a car fire. The car fire out the window now.
It was like a huge bonfire. It was like lots and lots of smoke.
When you're landing, you see this car on fire. What kind of things are going through your head?
The first thing is always the safety. You know, where can we land, where we can get to the patient as quickly as possible, but we're far enough away or in a place where we're not going to be involved with the smoke or the fire in the way of the fire crew.
Fire's obviously still going, so we're going to be staying a safe distance back.
As the fire service tackled the burning car, Dr. John assessed the driver.
didn't have any burns injuries. I mean, that's one thing that could cause a huge problem. Unfortunately, he could tell us that he's not been burned. There's nothing from the flames. From the breathing in the smoke point of view, the issues that we often see is that people have or develop respiratory distress. They have difficulty breathing. So your throat feels a bit sore, does it?
No, it's not sore, just...
A bit of a cough, a bit of a cough, fair enough. But your breathing feels okay?
Yeah.
No other problems with dizziness, no pain, anything else at all? Have a quick listen to his chest anyway. Okay, first of all.
As well as being able to get to a scene quickly, an air ambulance crew has another huge benefit. With a doctor on board, casualties can be assessed and often treated on site.
So we're just going to get a full set of observations just to make sure that he's breathing normally, his oxygen levels are good, blood pressure's okay. And if following that, if he's still good, then actually there's no reason why he can't be discharged from scene.
It was a large and dangerous fire, but now the flames are under control.
What about at the end? Is there anything left of the car now, or...?
It's basically just a shell. The tyres have melted off, it's stuck to the road, there's nothing inside. Even the engine, it doesn't even look like an engine, there's just bits of wires hanging out.
It was a lucky escape, and with the patient discharged from the scene, the team were able to head back to the helicopter.
We need to get things packed up relatively quickly and just get moved on and onto the next job. You never know what the next call is going to be. It's just the nature of the job.
With such fast helicopters and great expertise on board, the air ambulance are a vital addition to our emergency services. They're definitely the team I'd want to help me. Still to come. We'll show you an amazing trick to impress your friends.
I donate blood.
Well, I have mine sucked out of me by one of these.
Now, did you know that the biggest muscle in your body is in your bum? And the smallest is in your ear, and it's thinner than a thread of cotton.
Really? That's amazing. And so's this.
An ordinary paperboy on an ordinary bike with a bag full of ordinary newspapers. Oh look, a daffodil. Yeah, that's not very interesting. So this guy likes to cycle. There's nothing amazing about that.
Oh yeah, Xand? Take a look at this. A not very ordinary road and a not very ordinary bike.
Whoa!
This is Dan Pullen, a junior BMX champion, the national #1. To get to be BMX champion, Dan uses the whole of his amazing body.
His brain prepares for the speed and stunts by releasing adrenaline to the muscles so they work for longer.
And boy, when you ride a bike like this, you need balance, control, and power.
Nice wheelie.
He has powerful muscles on the front of his thighs that power those accelerations and flex his legs for takeoff and landings. While on the back of his thighs, his hamstrings are working hard to coordinate his knees and hips, keeping him balanced and flexible. And his calf muscles provide power for uphill scrambles.
These muscles support his upper leg and flex his feet so he can balance on the pedals.
This sport involves a lot of training and a lot of commitment, a lot of gym work with the weights and stuff like that.
Wow, Dan has skills. His whole body works together to coordinate control of the bike and power into the jumps and absorb the landings.
This week's hero, BMX Boy. Now that's amazing.
That's not amazing, Xand. Let's go to Accident and Emergency and see how our patient's getting along.
We're back in Manchester with 6-year-old Rachel and her cut hand.
Rachel was playing football with her sister in the garden and the crowd were going wild.
There they are.
And then she slipped and cut her hand on a lurking piece of glass.
Her cut was very deep, so she needs an operation to check if the movement in her hand is affected.
Painful.
Dan explains how serious this could be.
When you're playing on the Xbox, you'll be able to move around the same, will you? So if you have the operation, you'll be able to game again.
Shall we get this operation done then, Rachel?
Ready to go.
Once Rachel's asleep, the operating team examine the injury and find that the glass has cut through the muscle and the nerve that gives sensation to 2 of her fingers.
She's had a very lucky escape because the glass had narrowly missed another important nerve by just 1 millimetre.
The doctors repair the damage, and when she heals, Rachel will be as good as new. After Rachel wakes up from the operation, she comes to a decision.
I'm not going to play football for a while.
I think that's a thumbs up.
Yep, there's the thumb.
Now the doctors give her the all clear to go home.
After the surgery, Rachel made a great recovery and has full use of her hand again.
Oh, mind that hand. We've got loads of amazing tricks for you. Here's one to show off how strong you are to your friends.
OK, Xand, I want you to try and pull my fists apart.
This is a great trick. Nope, I can't do it.
OK, now you do the same thing, but I'm going to separate Xand's fists using just my fingers.
Your friend will be feeling pretty confident at this point. You won't be able to pull my fists apart, Chris, because I have the strength of 20 men and not even a team of them.
Oh. Now, what Xand forgot is that he's pressing his fists together so tightly like this, there's nothing to stop them being separated like that.
So when you try this trick, just push your fists upwards and downwards against each other, so your friend can't separate them. But when you do it to your friend, they'll copy what you did. Just use your fingers to push and pull their fist towards and away from you, and it works.
Blood. If you're sick and you need it, nothing else will do. The tricky bit is, there's only one way of getting hold of blood, taking it out of people. People like me. Around 4,000 litres of blood are used in hospitals all over England every day. It's vital for life-saving treatments, and that's why donations are so important.
I'm just about to insert a needle into your arm, Xand.
Yeah, so that's in, and actually it really didn't hurt at all. You feel a bit of a scratch, and it's not a very nice idea, but Linda's a real expert, so it's completely fine.
And you're doing really well, though. All up and going.
There it is, filling up. Now, your body is actually a blood factory. It's constantly making new blood, but it makes it in a place you might not expect, in the middle of your bones. In fact, our bodies can produce 2 million red blood cells every second. That's incredible. I'm donating about half a litre of blood, the equivalent of almost 2 cans of fizzy drink. That's around 13% of the blood circulating around my body. Now, you can't give blood until you're 17, but you can receive it, and it could save your life. That's me done, and it only took 5 minutes.
Can I come out now? OK, well done. Just keep pressure on there for us. OK, that's lovely.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
This is a bag of my blood, and sometime in the next 35 days, it's going to be put inside someone else, possibly saving their life. But it can't go straight into them. First, it's got to go to the blood factory. This is the largest blood factory in the world, and we're going in. I've never seen anything like this. Behind me are 800 bags of live human blood. Wow! And John Kirkwood is here to tell me what's going to happen to my blood.
Your blood will be one of 3,000 donations that we'll have taken from donors.
So we're talking about a small swimming pool full of blood every day in here.
Yes.
All the blood coming into the factory first gets put onto a giant rack where it's filtered to remove some of the cells which can't be used by every patient. What happens next?
Well, then we take the pack round to what we call a manufacturing pod, and then we will take out the plasma and the platelets and the red cells.
The factory's job is to process and sort our blood into 3 main products which treat patients with different medical needs. The first product is red blood cells, which are often used for operations and transfusions. Then there are plasma and platelets. The darker liquid, plasma, contains proteins and cells to help patients fight diseases. Finally, platelets are tiny but important. They help blood clot and can be used for specialist bone marrow and cancer treatments. To split up the red blood cells from the plasma and platelets, the blood is put into here. It acts just like a big washing machine and spins around really fast, causing different cells to separate into 3 layers. Then a big press squeezes out the plasma and platelets, so you end up with them in bags up here and the red blood cells at the bottom. In a different part of the factory, a vital step in the processing is taking place: testing. Every unit of blood that's donated has to be tested for 2 reasons. First, blood can carry diseases, and you really don't want to catch a disease from a blood transfusion. The second reason your blood needs to be tested is that just like people have different colour eyes or different colour hair, people actually have different kinds of blood. This is called blood groups, and you may have heard of them. There's A, there's B, there's AB, there's O. Now, if you get given the wrong kind of blood, this could be fatal, but don't worry, these guys are very good at what they do. These are the final products of this massive blood factory. thousands of bags of living human blood, including mine, all going out to save lives. Because thousands of litres of blood are being used every day in the UK, it's vital that blood donations keep coming into the factory to be processed, ready to use in our hospitals.
How much blood does an average adult heart pump around the body every day? Is it enough blood to fill approximately A, 100 teaspoons, B, 100 oil drums, or C, 100 Olympic swimming pools?
The answer is B, 100 oil drums. That's around 23,000 litres of blood.
Our next patient was just having a normal day.
But now they're in accident and emergency. Let's meet them.
5-year-old Maxton turns up feeling a bit patchy.
I hurt my eye and it really hurts.
Well, you seem cheery enough about it. What's it like under there? Not too bad?
Disgusting.
Disgusting? Oh dear. How did this happen?
Maxton was at school. It was break time and he was balancing on some tree stumps. Nice headband, Maxton. He was jumping across to the other side of a dangerous swamp.
The red monkeys were cheering him on.
And there it was, the treasure. With a burst of speed, he hopped across when, oh no, he lost his balance and he crashed his face into a tree stump. Ouch! Off to hospital for Maxton.
Good walk, Maxton. Hold on, watch where you're going. You'll do the other eye in. Phew. Here's Dr. Gemma McLeod to have a look at Maxton.
What's happened to you today?
I banged my eye and it was all bleeding.
Do you think we can have a little look at this head?
Yeah, come on. Time to reveal all. Oh dear, where's the end of your eyebrow gone?
Is it painful across here?
No, it's only this side.
Just this side. And this side's all okay, yeah?
Yeah, it's okay. All my body is okay except for the eye.
That's it. Look on the bright side. So, how are we going to fix him up, Dr. Gemma?
I think we might need to glue that head injury that you've got there. We need to bring it back together.
He doesn't look impressed.
I don't want to laugh at me at school.
They won't laugh at you at school.
Imagine if my head was cracked together. You could to glue my whole head like that. Round my face too.
Ending up?
It's on my nose.
Right. I don't think that's going to happen.
Although it looks quite nasty at the moment, it should come together quite nicely with our special glue.
Dr. Gemma's right. It is quite nasty.
But imagine if his whole head was cracked open and we had to glue his whole head.
Don't you start, Chris.
You're so brave. Do you know this, Maxton? I tell you, I wish they were all like you. That's it, you've done it. Well done. You were brilliant. Yeah.
With the gluing over, the nurse applies some small plasters called steri strips to make sure the cut stays closed. And that's it. Let's give Maxton a big hand. Not quite what I had in mind.
Yes!
Bye!
Bye. I've got a glove on. Bye.
Look at that!
Man up, Xand. There are much worse things that can bite you. It's time for Investigation Ouch.
As a doctor, my specialty is tropical medicine, and it takes me all over the world. But actually, one of the best places to study it is right here in the UK, at the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine. And I'm going to show you what they keep in the basement.
Because some countries have tropical warm temperatures, they're just the right conditions for disease-spreading animals to thrive and multiply.
In this room are 8,000 of one of the deadliest animals in the world. And no, this is not a tank full of great white sharks. These are tsetse flies.
Tsetse flies live in 35 countries across Africa. When they bite a human, they cause a fatal disease called sleeping sickness by injecting a nasty parasite. This laboratory in Liverpool is trying to find a cure to help millions of people. This is Dr. Alvaro Acosta Serrano. He's the chief scientist who looks after the flies, and they're hungry. He's just served up some blood for them to feed on so he can research their habits. This is a special sheet that's heated so the flies think it's real skin.
Underneath the skin is animal blood, and so the flies bite through the skin and drink the blood as they would in real life.
Look at those bellies. They're red because they're full of blood. Lovely.
How often do you have to feed the flies?
Every other day.
every other day. So you've basically got 8,000 pet flies in the basement that need feeding every 2 days. That is a lot of work.
So I thought I'd help out Dr. Alvaro and feed one of the flies by letting it bite me right now. But don't worry, these flies are sterile, which means they don't carry any disease. So this fly is sucking up my blood through its proboscis, that long straw-like thing at the front.
So how much blood is he going to drink?
It's going to take at least twice his own weight.
Twice his own weight. Okay, so that is the equivalent of me drinking 300 pints of milk for breakfast. So while he's eating, he's leaving a sort of substance on my arm. What is that?
It's just getting rid of the waste from blood.
So I'm not just being eaten, this fly is also having a poo on me.
Nice. And look at how much its body has grown in just 5 minutes. It's full of my blood.
And if this was a wild fly and it was carrying the parasite, it could make me very sick indeed.
This green and yellow stuff is blood under a special microscope. But see those wriggly worm things? They're the parasites that the tsetse fly injects.
And those parasites multiply in the bloodstream and make the patient feel extremely unwell. And then they move to the central nervous system, to the brain, where they multiply further. The patient feels drowsy, increasingly sleepy, and over the course of weeks to a month, they die.
That's why it's so important that the team study the flies and find out more about the parasites to stop them from causing people harm. At the moment, there's no vaccine to prevent sleeping sickness, and the only way they can keep the disease at bay is by setting up giant fly traps. So the investigation for Dr. Alvaro and his team must continue.
My experience with tsetse flies here in Liverpool has been fascinating. Even being bitten was quite fun. But in Africa, they spread one of the most fatal diseases known to man. And that's why the work done by Alvaro and his team is so important.